Hi, my name is Ian, and today I'm going to talk about my final project for responsive web app. Firstly, we come to a summary of the project. So, Photolifo is a responsive web app for photographers or people who are interested in photography to share their works for another world. And my project name is Photolifo. It provides a friendly platform for people who have a passion for photograph interact with each other by showing their own works. User can upload any kinds of pictures to the web application to share their experiences. The web app is also a final product to show my knowledge and materials that I have learned while studying in this unit. Next one is a demonstration of the overall system. So the website is a single web page application developed by Vue Framework, and the web page has the four main pages and two forms. Uh, and four main pages are home, about, contact, and pictures. The two forms are login and sign up for registering purpose. So as you can see here, in the app component is contain all of the other components and is linked directly to the HTML file. So by integrating all the components that I have used in this project, the diagram illustrates the whole system of my project. Like components have three main components like navbar, router, and footer, and in each of them has also have components, other components that link into it. For example, in the router, it has the main pages like home, about, contact, picture, and other component are linked to it too, like home detail linked to the home component, home hero linked to the home component, and home detail linked to the about components. Next is a development process. As a beginning stage, I always brainstorms all of my ideas so that it can satisfy the project requirements, and it's also followed user story and target audience. Next step is research. I found how to use the Vue framework and other Vue resources on the internet. I also saw many web app design examples. Next is a design step. I created an UX UI asset list frameworks. I also edit the design to fit to the requirements. In the coding step, I convert all the ideas into coding line by writing components and pages by IDE and code editor. In the testing and debugging step, I tested all the code and searched for bugs and fix them, and so writing comments for later use. And finally, finishing in the finishing step, I compress the product and upload it on GitHub. So next is the features of the products. Here's I will introduce you about the main pages of my project. So the web application has a home page, which for introduction of the web app. The picture page is a gallery of images. About page is the information about the page. The contact page is for contacting option. Sign up and login form are the option for joining the platform. Next one is the basic feature of my web application. So firstly is a computed properties. In my code, I have used them in order to create a custom short filter for the picture gallery. Next is the class and style binding. To create a drop-down button, I have to use vBlind for binding its elements class list and its inline style. In the project, I also use list rendering many times. I use v-for directives to render a list of items in an array so that it could list and show them in different contexts. In conditional rendering, I had used a lot of conditional coding concept in the tool sign up and login form to set up the rules for the email and the password field. In event handling features, I use v on directives in Vue framework to execute function in a button. Uh, for example, the button can be the new button or the cancel button in either form. Finally, in the form input blinding, I had used a lot of vModel directives since I have created many forms such as contact form, sign up, and login form. So next is a key feature of the project. In the component in depth, the project contains many components connect to each other with different purpose. They can be registered both locally and globally. The diagram here illustrates a simple system of how all of the components connect to each other. I also applied slots to compose the components in a way other than the strict parent-child relationship. It helps me to place content in new places as well as make those components more generic. And next is a transition and animation. In this, I decided to uh, use enter-lip transition, which is a very simple and common effect for transitioning picture on the home page to create a small slideshow for users with the fade transition. Uh, Next is reusability and composition. Um, in this plugin and routines are the core of reusability and composition in my projects. For plugin, I use two plugins which are Beautify and View Router. While using Beautify helps me create a professional web app with nice template. Using View Router help me deal with the routing concept, which is about connecting the homepage to a different parts of the website. Finally, we come to the obstacles and challenges that I have met during the process. So at the beginning, I do not know how to use different tools to create the web apps, such as npm, which is a node package manager used for JavaScript language, and Vue CLI and Vitify. Uh, but after researching, I have applied all of those tools into my project. Secondly, I met a lot of difficulties with writing CSS since I was not familiar with the environment. So I had spent many time watching and reading tutorials and code example, and after that I decided to use SCSS, seeing it is the same as CSS, but it provides more features and can shorten my code, which is really helpful. And the third one is I took a significant amount of time to debugging since it still had a lot of steps. Finally, designing and UIs of the website is quite confusing. I always want my website has a unique design that can attract many people. Um, However, I can't expect those ideas into actual coding since I do not know how to code since I will need to view. Fortunately, by using Vue building tools, I have successfully turned my ideas into actual user interface by using redefined component templates. Uh, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.